Meet Little Pink, Nora's sparkly 2006 Club Car DS, upgraded with a new AC motor and lithium iron phosphate battery. Today, we're installing the Victron Orion 48 to 12 volt DC converter from Signature Solar. This will power our accessories, including headlights, taillights, and those dazzling pink undercarriage lights. Please take a moment to like and subscribe, and let's dive in. Little Pink is Nora's pride and joy, and our third golf cart project. We swapped the old lead-acid batteries and DC motor for an efficient AC motor and a 48 volt 100 amp hour lithium iron phosphate battery, all charged by our 𝗔𝗋𝗴𝗄 solar system. To run 12 volt accessories, we chose the Victron Orion 48 to 12 volt DC converter with a 20 amp output from Signature Solar. Here's why it rocks. Isolated design. Keeps 48 volt and 12 volt systems separate for safety. 20 amp output. Delivers up to 240 watts for our lights, with plenty of extra power for additional accessories. Remote on and off. We'll wire it to the key switch, probably via the solenoid, for easy control. High efficiency, over 95%, saving energy and staying cool. Durable build. IP43 rated, perfect for outdoor use. Shout out to Signature Solar for recommending this converter and suggesting a fuse for safety. We went with the 𝗙𝗲𝗴𝗏 30 amp waterproof circuit breaker, and we'll show you how we use it.
Welcome to EcoHabs for Earth. Dr. Jeff here. Today we're excited to be showing you this Victron Energy 48 to 12 volt DC converter that we picked up from Signature Solar. We're going to be installing it in Nora's golf cart, Little Pink, to run her accessories and lights. It's going to be a lot of fun. Let's have a look at what's inside this box and get going.
Here's an easy-to-read manual with simple instructions. Included are two diagrams showing options for wiring the switch. The robust unit has an all-steel construction with cooling fins on the back. We have convenient screw terminals for both 48 volt battery input and 12 volt output for accessories. This jumper can be removed to wire in an optional switch. We'll use this feature to allow the key switch to activate the converter. As this unit does not include a built-in fuse, Signature Solar recommended this 𝗙𝗲𝗏 30 amp waterproof circuit breaker for extra protection between the unit and the batteries. For lights and accessories, we purchased a simple outdoor-friendly 12 volt blade fuse block with a negative bus bar. We plan to install these components on this repurposed piece of starboard that we will attach to the golf cart frame. Installing the Victron Orion is a snap for do-it-yourselfers. Here's how you wire it. For your input power, connect the 48 volt batteries positive and negative to the converter's input terminals. We used 10 gauge wire for the 20 amp load and added the 𝗙𝗲𝗏 30 amp circuit breaker to the positive line for safety. For your output, connect the positive 12 volt output to the accessory fuse block with the ground line attached to the negative bus bar. For remote on-off switch control, we're tapping into a small post on the solenoid that registers 48 volt when the key is turned on. We are using 14 gauge wire, which then attaches to this small remote terminal on the converter. We chose to attach our repurposed starboard plate to one of the old battery slots with self-tapping screws. The entire converter assembly is then conveniently anchored in place. To finish the wiring, we attach the ground wire for the lights to the negative common block and our positive wire to one of the fuse slots. Since the converter is isolated, it's important to keep input and output ground separate. Pop in a blade fuse and you're ready to go.
Okay, Nora, let's try it out. See if it works. Key on. So that should have fired up our inverter. Oh, but guess what? We haven't hooked up the battery leads yet. All right, let's get that done. Here's where we got to be careful. We're dealing with 48 volts. Actually, 51.2 volts or higher. So hitting a tool on both edges could cause quite an arc and a short circuit. And it could cause a big burn, could damage the battery's BMS. So you have to be super careful about that.
Key on.
And we have contact.
Yay!
All right, hit the light switch. Pink glow from under there. Headlights. All systems go.
Little Pink is glowing.
Here's Nora lighting up the night. Flip on the key And the Victron Orion 48 to 12 volt converter powers our headlights, taillights, and those stunning pink LEDs. With 20 amps, this setup keeps our golf cart shining bright with extra power for additional accessories like an electric cooler, but we would love to hear your ideas in the comments. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more regenerative living content.